Y'all should have known my thirsty butt was gonna be here. I've been waiting. And I'm gonna do y'all all a buck and be the spokesperson of what everybody wants to say. So let's talk about it. Boy Next World, episode 7. We came, we saw, we... But before I get started, I'm just going to say I'm going to be nitpicking on what I consider a top quality, top tier NC. And the only reason I'm doing this is for a couple of reasons. One, I know Boston Noel's potential. Two, I'm not the one that was out here bragging and saying that they were going to beat their colleagues, Fort and Pete. For those of you that have seen Love Sea, my jaw is still on the floor from watching that show. So I'm not the one that put that out there. So again, we are all just anticipating and expecting based off of the hype that Boss and Noel, mostly Boss, has been putting out there. I know Boss had a live and he was also hinting and spoiling that this was coming up. So we all knew that, some was going down. We all knew. And so for me, I literally was in shambles the entire episode, just waiting for it to go down. And I will say this as a critique: it was a little short. Was a little short. Was I anticipating a little bit more? Yes. Did I even have so much of doubt that was it, that I looked and double checked on Aikaishi if there was an uncut episode, because I just thought that can't be it. Like, it was great, but that can't be it. There must be more. There must. This is MAME. This is Boston Noel. There must, right? And no, but I think I understand why. And let's talk about it. So again, I'm going to be the spokesperson to critique what I feel is a perfection. Like, let's keep it a buck. There aren't a lot of people out here doing NCs like Boston Noel. We could also talk about their colleagues, Fort Pete. I feel like they are up there. I remember watching Lita live. I remember running around my house throwing pillows because I couldn't handle it. So the other people that I can think of, honestly, a lot of them retired and they're not ships anymore. So they don't got much competition in this area right now. Let's keep it real. But again, for them to say that they are going to be beating their colleagues, and we're all just expecting something crazy. And though it was great, and I'm going to highlight the greatness of it, I'm waiting for whatever this scene is that Boss is hinting at, because I don't feel like this was it. There's several reasons. Here's why. So though I am the type that will wait for an NC, I do care about story. And the story did move today. We got some really good points. We got Pukan basically preparing for his father's ancestral rites, and Sir being right next to him, helping him prepare. We also got introduced into his cousin, paid by Tong, from Kim Porsche, which I thought was perfect casting. They look like they could be related. And he basically made a cameo that was very great. We also got a Tarn type reference. I haven't looked through the MAME kind of web or tree to understand their relation, but we also got a Tarn reference too, just to remind us that we're in the same universe. So that was really great. And then we also had a lot of development with the side character. But my thirsty butt could not forget that there was an NC coming. And as soon as I saw Pooh in this outfit, I was literally shaking in my boots. Also, they're making these shots very strategically. Boss is out here double cheeked up on a Tuesday for no reason. And I was literally shaking in my boots as soon as I saw this scene. But it was great. The story moved along. I will also just kind of say there was a lot of points literally within this episode as well where Sir could have told Pooh the truth, and he literally just pooched it and didn't say anything. And I was so frustrated because I'm like, at this point, tell him the truth. But I do understand why we got here. There was some love professing, Sir at all points of the episode make sure to declare that he was going to be around for Pooh, that Pooh was his person, that he loved him. And they just had a lot of emotional buildup coming up into this NC. And so I do understand why it went down. I do think that Sir is selfish, and he did, even in the confession that he was doing to Pooh's late father, said that because we all know that he's still lying to him about him being from another world. And, when this happened, I just feel like neither of them could resist because their feelings were overflowing, and I get it. Getting into the NC, just, the face game, just, yes. And honestly, I was kind of shocked because I thought they would kind of go in loving, sweetly, and we got none of that. It was very some dom sub stuff going on. I was just, that's the boy's first time, sir. I need you to, There was a lot of nut grabbing, some pushing, pulling, just yes. And this perplexed me because, again, you know that you're lying to Pooh, but you're literally telling him in the moment that you're the only Poohcon I have. You know this is your first time with him. You know that you haven't been together with him before, but you're still, because Sir is selfish, going through this moment with him in deceitfulness because, again, like he said, he's selfish. And honestly, we're just, again, criticizing just what is a very excellent NC. That's, I mean, just like the fingers in the mouth. Just, yeah, wow. I mean, it was not a game. It was not a game. It looked very natural, very realistic, just very, very good. Noel has also worked on his come hither sex eyes. Looking good with that dark hair. I see the improvement from Lita. I see the growth. Did y'all take classes? But we all thinking it. We all thinking it. It was a little short. It wasn't exactly what I anticipated. I was coming in expecting to be running around my house, throwing my pillow, and it wasn't that. It was just a short, not so sweet because they were just going in on each other, honestly. Typing in very little people on the same level that Boss and Noel are when it comes to NCs. That's not the only thing they bring to the table, but there's a lot to be said for ship partners that can really bring the heat when it comes to love scenes, and they definitely bring that. I just think because they had done so much bragging and said that this was going to be, beating their colleagues, which is in the conversation of other great NCers, that it was a little bit underwhelming. Again, I'm literally criticizing perfection. Yeah. But here's why. And here's why I think we did this. I literally have been telling my BL bestie since this show has come on about how frustrated I am that Sir keeps on lying to Pooh because there's so many opportunities where he could literally tell him the truth. And Pooh, being the naive sweetheart that he is, would be mad at him for 2 seconds and forgive him. And then they would be fully boyfriends. And Pooh wouldn't be owning this stupid sense of frustration or guilt, feeling like he's taking somebody else's man. And Sir could literally just be with Pooh in the way that he's always dreamed of. But for some reason, he keeps holding back. We don't know why. We're going to say it's the sake of the plot because Mame wants to maim and do her plot twist, nuance stuff. I mean, literally, when the next scene, when I noticed that Pooh was not in bed, I knew Mame was up to her shenanigans, and I called the plot from there and knew exactly what was going to happen. And we're basically taking this circle around again, where, spoiler alert, Sir ends up in an accident and wakes up with an amnesia. So now he doesn't know Pooh, and we're doing this dance one more time. Very Mame-like. But again, I'm a Mame fan. I know what to expect watching her work. And I also know that this isn't her best NC game. So what is coming for us? What is it? Because this was great. Again, I'm literally talking about almost perfection right now. I'm being nitpicky because I know what they're capable of. But what is coming? What is the thing that's going to beat? Because think about it. Once they finally get the mom situation handled, because we know she was always lingering because she's going for the most evil mom ever to happen in BL, and I think she might take it. We knew that Sir needed to tell Pooh the truth. So once they have those obstacles out of the way and Sir is free to love Pooh the way that he wants, and Pooh can love Sir in the way back. And obviously now that he's gotten the first time out of the way, I feel like he can show his pro rider skills that we know that he has. Just saying. What are we in for? Again, I'm talking about perfection. Will I be rewatching this? Absolutely. Are they bringing the heat with every NC every week? Yes, they are. And I'm happy too that the story is getting good because that is at the end of the day what we're here for. We're not just here for people. When we do have them, we appreciate them, but still. But yeah, I'll say it. It was short, but sweet. Not so sweet. Definitely not sweet. Okay, bye.